Dean, what's your thoughts on the game and the way you guys pulled it out at the end there?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. To pull it out. But, I think we were 7% from the three at halftime, and kind of went in there and, talked about it's not who we are. We're gonna make some shots the second half. We turned it over. We gave them 12 points off turnovers the first half too, so we were pretty, sloppy in a number of areas. But no one got too down, which was, pretty good for this group to, just make sure to stay consistent, keep doing some very simple things and doing them a little bit better, and give yourself a chance. I was so nervous before this game, more nervous than edgy than I've been for any game this year, and I'm not sure if that was just knowing that Hall hadn't made shots, and I think he's a good player, knowing that Pledge is out, and this is a game that we certainly he has a really good value against Jarwai, and just having that extra big body, or having Chris slot back in, and just all those kind of things, and obviously having great respect for Mike and the job he does in getting people up, and I knew they wouldn't be happy about their performance the other night in New Zealand, but Jarwai was great tonight, and to influence a game on 7 shots, like he did. Outstanding, and so he had us doing a number of different things, but just feel like at the moment when we haven't practiced and practiced reps, you feel like an NBA team where sometimes you just got to let talent go, and tonight Casper, when we were struggling, put it in his hands, and as tired as he looked at different times, the quickness he had to get to the rim on a number of those was outstanding.
That is such a tough mindset probably for a lot of you guys to take, to just throw the ball into Cass's hands or throw it into Mitch's hands and say make something happen.
Yeah, it is. When you watched our game tape of last time we played them, when we had a week to prepare, and the way that we executed and did things a lot better, I'm sure I'll go back and watch this one and we won't have that kind of execution, and I think that shows when we have 14 assists or something too, when we've kind of been close to 20 assists a game, when we've been playing well. So it was different tonight, and again, this really heavy period, when you can find a way to win these games, they're going to count a lot at the end of the year.
DJ's last minute or 90 seconds, we seen him do some good stuff, but it seemed like he went up a level for you.
Yeah, I thought the whole group to make a steal on that inbounds pass. Chris was a fraction off, and then we got him heavily pressuring the basketball. Something that we'd scouted only today about how we wanted to defend the side out of bounds, and people got into it and come up with that steal. Pretty amazing. But the DJ made a great block on Trimble down the stretch there as well, and some great defensive plays from us down the stretch.
Casper, when Dave went down, Dave Barlow, in that third quarter, it felt like the game or the momentum shifted at that moment. Was something said with the group that sort of sparked that frenzy from there?
No, we just know when somebody go down, somebody else got to step up. That's been our motto since last year. Somebody goes down, somebody else step up. So that's all we talked about. When he went down, like, somebody else got to fill in, and take his role. So that's what it's talked about.
I think Kennedy and yourself, Josh, I think got on the end of a few buckets and cut that margin back. Was that something that you guys can feed off then once you score that quickly?
Yeah, it's something you feed off of. We just wanted to get our pace going. We felt like we didn't have good pace the whole game, and once we got it going in our transition, just keep pushing it, and feel like they'll get tired, we'll get easy baskets.
I know you always enjoy going against other good point guards, but did Melb bring out a bit of extra in you today? Because it seemed like you were relishing that duel.
It's always good to go against point guards, just see how you do against them. But you just got to try to bring that every game, not just against good point guards or Melo. It's one of them things you got to bring it out every game.
Did you have a different plan in place? Obviously, Melo scored a lot of points last time. It was only a week ago. And this time, I think he had 5 at half-time, Dean. So you must have been pretty thrilled with how that worked. Yeah,
it's an interesting one. We had conversations about it through the week to say, they haven't won games recently, and he's put up a lot of points. Is that the better way to go, to allow him to continue to play aggressively and take everybody else away a little bit. But I think the competitors in us didn't like the shots that we allowed him to have last time. There was some uncontested threes and there was some uncontested layups. So that part of us really wanted to restrict him a little bit and still do the other side of it and still restrict everybody else. But I thought they just made a great focus out of Jawai, and that was the massive difference in the game tonight. And how they cut off him, could we double? When did we double? And there's some of the things that we just hadn't had enough time practicing to make sure that we were perfect in some of those situations where we needed some help. But we were backed Barlow, if it was going to be one-on-one down the stretch, just to say we're going to leave you single coverage and let you go as well. So the job that he did in banging with that kind of weight for a period of time was pretty good with foul trouble.
The missed 3 pointers, you mentioned them before. Did you feel in the first half you were still generating good looks and the guys were just missing, or did you feel the offense was a bit off and disjointed in that first half, and then obviously you picked up near the end of the game?
No, we were. I thought we were certainly disjointed, and we had great success. Pulling Nate into on balls, and they were a little bit more aggressive, and I don't think our spacing was as good this time. Once we really just got back into something really simple, our transition set and let the basketball move and tried to really find our space a little bit more. I thought, that's where we got going in the third quarter, and it could have been a little bit closer at three-quarter time. I thought we let that slip a little bit for a moment, but a lot of different lineups tonight. Again, DJ still got to get more comfortable at the four, and we've got to get more reps into him so that he understands playing at that position a bit more. But when we're dried up from the three-point line, we're finding ways to get to the foul line. So it was good to have a second scoring option tonight when our three ball's not going, because there's going to be other games where we don't shoot it well. Is it going to be our penetration and getting to the foul line, or is it going to be some post game? And we probably didn't get the looks DJ needed at different times in the post. Certainly he was really good against them last time in the post.
And then obviously Barlow came back after the injury. Have you seen him after the game? Is he pulled up fine, and do you expect anything on Friday? Or is it still too early to assess? Obviously he came back, but do you know how he's going to pull up potentially?
Yeah, no, it was pretty scary when he was down. It's a position right now that we have some limitations in, and when he's holding that knee, I was certainly concerned for his season, but so happy that medical staff turned around and said he's good to go and throw him back in there. So I'm sure if he was getting back out there is going to be an indication that he's going to be fine to play in New Zealand.
Casper, a few different guys have mentioned it. How difficult is the physical and mental challenge in this stretch for you guys right now where you've got so many games?
It's really difficult, but you just got to take care of everybody. We've been doing a good job of taking everybody recovery, practicing. So as long as we keep that up, you just got to be professional about it. You know what your body needs, and we've been getting that in.
And Dean spoke about sort of in the end just leaving the ball to yourself or Mitch or whoever when things weren't working. How'd you like that tonight?
I love it. I'm not mad at it anytime I get the ball. I like it. I was just happy the shots going in today, for me to make the plays my team needed tonight. So, yeah.
And Dean, how can you reset, refresh things for the guys, because you've got to go to New Zealand now, then back here on Sunday again?
Yeah, and we do. We kind of, I think we just come off 4 games in 9 days or something like that. So we're going a day early to New Zealand than we normally travel. We travel on Wednesday. We're going to stop in Queenstown and just have a day to kind of just really reset before these last 3 games coming up. So New Zealand, Brisbane and Sydney to finish before the FIBA window. And, last year we were at this point. We'd won 6 games by the FIBA window. So, for us to have 3 more games right now to be able to, have a real crack. We got our whole group hopefully back if we can get Pledger healthy as well. We just had games missing Chris for 4, missing DJ for 1. It hasn't been smooth coming through this first period either. So just hopefully we just get everybody back on board and really have some momentum going into that FIBA window.
How are you feeling about the group? 5 rounds in, you've had guys in and out all season so far, as you just said. How are you feeling about where the group's at the moment?
Yeah, as I said, it's been disjointed. So, we just want to get practice reps. We want to get everybody knowledgeable about their own position and one other at least. Moving 2 or 3 positions, and this is still going to take some time. So I really look forward to the fever window. We know just having those practice reps coming out of that, the way that we did last year, and then having some weeks to prepare for teams is going to be so important. But everyone's going to have this busy period. We're not through it yet. We've still got these 3 games to finish off. But you question yourself about practice and how much to practice, how much can they learn just from video and prepare. So it's a learning process for us about how we teach through this period. And obviously we're slipping in a few different areas right now, but we had the energy, which is really important, and the bodies today. So maybe we're doing some things right as well.
Casper, have you circled Cairn, the next game against Cairns on your calendar yet?
No, I got New Zealand circled right now. That's the next big one, so just looking forward to that game.
Chris had a bit of strapping on his knee, Dean. Is it just a bit of management between now and the fever window, I guess, getting minutes in room and getting him up to speed?
Yeah, I'm not sure how he pulled up. I thought in the last couple of minutes it didn't look like he was running, perfectly or anything like that. So, it'll be interesting to see how he pulls up and how that load management goes with him over these last 3 games. But, in my head, I was like, I'd be stupid to play him 30 minutes tonight, and I think we got 25 out of him, so at least I didn't do that. But, I like what Peter Hooley and Craig Moller, Pete come in, had 3 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, something like that. I thought, his minutes off the bench were pretty critical tonight as well.
How did you assess Chris's 25 minutes tonight? Did you get what you wanted out of him? Were you happy coming out of the game with what you got?
We probably didn't run enough stuff for him when he was kind of, I thought last year at different times when Casper and guys were out, that we really, ran some different stuff for him to really lead that second unit. I think at times we've got to get back to that, and just without him practicing for the last few weeks, we haven't ran anything for him. So I was probably a bit slow in the uptake of things that he needed tonight as well. So and it's tough to walk straight back in and have the confidence that he does as well. So we'll find that balance as time goes on.